the lane. I like his build. He goes no boots, Necro into Midas.
Okay.
But, man, I didn't know what I was watching that last game. I'll be completely honest. There wasn't really a redeemable performance. DJ looked a bit lost, but I don't blame him because you had MP like saving up 4K gold to get a third item Radiance. Ice probably would have done better not casting Black Hole.
Yeah.
And Abed really just farmed. Like, he really just farmed that entire game. And I don't know if it was good or bad.
Yeah.
It should have worked. They got they got 4-man Echo.
Yeah. But even then, like as you said, like there were so many things they had to help play against what they were up against. All they had to do was just execute it. And they were winning the vision game. They were winning the map game. They were winning the farm game. Yeah. And then Ahnberg came in to fight, and each and every time the ES position just seemed to be a lot better. So fresh start. I'm sure that's what the Fnatic guys are trying to do. They just try and think anew. We're going to begin this game and go, you know what? We're back on even ground. Let's get it to a third. See if Fnatic can actually level this thing up. 3 bounty rooms for J.Storm. Actually, maybe 4 jabs. You're a little low. Multicasting out right now for a March just to hurt up MP as well. So it will be a 3-1 bounty rune split, but heavy damage onto jabs at the beginning.
The thing about the J.Storm lineup is just that it's easier to execute. And when we see in these majors, when the pressure's on, the easier lineups are often favored. And that's the thing that I feel like they've got going for them already in this series. They played better last game. They've got confidence. And Fnatic, it's a bit more complex to have some Arc Warden carry versus, you know, Brile Medusa. He plays this hero a lot. No. It's not that complicated. Get Bloodlusted, farm the map.
Hey, even I could play a Medusa.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go that far. Rolling Boulder up on the top. That is not a good sign for DJ. It was literally forever standing still, and he rolling bouldered past him. So, small things to keep your eyes out for, but Ice is in that safe lane.
Yeah, Forev's doing a great job. He's going to go cut the wave. That's exactly what you want to be doing in this scenario. Whenever you're countered by the opposing core, cutting lane is super effective, and an Earth Spirit can't really harass you in the jungle.
Miller just tipped up DJ. That was 2 rolling boulders that missed by an absolute mile. Gotta be worried about that. Is this really the new meta though with Axe? It's like, you know, we'll just give you 2 stout shields and just go cut, just go cut and cut and cut.
Yeah, there's no reason not to, because you can also go and farm the jungle camps like he's going to do right now. It's just extra gold, extra farm, and again, you don't want to play into a Necro that can just skill Heartstopper and out harass you easily.
So much damage that Jabs is taking on bottom lane. Yeah, March is kind of being a bit of a pain in the butt, but if Moo hits level 2, like, you're going to have a leap, you're going to have a reposition, and Jabs will finally die. Like, he's got 2 mangoes for regeneration, now that he's completely out of brain saps.
Yeah, still the right decision, though, just to equalize. As support, it's really just trading mana for harass. I mean, March is completely out of regen as well.
Oh, Ice. You don't want to be involved in that. Comes 2 hits from Forev and a Fade Bolt. And if he stays closer while the spins are going from Forev, it's going to be even more problematic. And he's having to tank underneath his own tower. Maybe not so much of a problem for a Necro, but it will be if Axe and Rubik decide to dive this.
Oh, his Heartstopper makes it really annoying CSing under tower. He's missed a couple CS because of it. Only at 6 at the moment. Meanwhile, Forev, as you can see, continuing to accelerate. DJ going to look to go middle, but can't really pressure Medusa just yet. Not enough levels on Arc Warden.
Oh, maybe. He's still going to give it a shot. Rolling Boulder forward, has the level 2. TP's already on the way from Rubik and DJ. He'll back off Millen. He'll get the pickup, however, onto Ahnberg. Not a lot of mana to work with on both sides. Brile does not have that level 2 Mystic Snake mana.
Yeah, Brile unfortunately had his mana shield on for a bit too long, so didn't have enough mana for a Mystic Snake.
This will change the balance up a little bit up top. The fact that both of the supports have rotated into mid. Millen's going to say hi to DJ.
Yeah. Milan was trying to stack the Ancients.
We'll get around that one time.
No worries. Yeah, it's cool because that's how they want to play this game. J.Storm is got no problem with a slower pace. They're going to stack Ancients, Bloodlust their Dusa, and have him farm. And once again, the sidestep from Milan. And now the offensive tip.
Yeah, you can tip it the other way, but I think that's because DJ realizes he's dead. A kickback away, but there's telekinesis. DJ could even, well, he's got TP available. So if Milan wanted to, he can clip him, but it's... Ooh, okay, arrow, dodged by Jabs, but the leap forward, Jabs still on the run. Meanwhile,
stick on Rubik.
Like, Milan's still having a little bit more fun with DJ as they're having their own little battles, the 1-on-1 versus the 2-on-1. So you can say goodbye to Jabs. One more attack will do it from Moo or from the hit of March. First blood dealt as DJ, they'll just cut the tree. This has just been like an absolute comedy show. He's trying to get back up again, the rolling boulder through. But it's Milan who'll get the kill over on DJ, and 2-0 going the way of J.Storm.
I'm so, like, both of those players had no business continuing to duel one another. It's like they're playing a pub, not the major elimination game for Fnatic.
This is in-house league, right? Like,
yeah.
This is just, I'm going to send you a message for the next LAN. Because this one obviously doesn't count. It's only a major. Like, the only thing that really counts right is TI, huh?
And look at 4M up top. 4 minutes in, he's almost level 6, has a Ring of Health, equal in CS almost to all 3 of Fnatic's scores.
Yeah, he has been taking some of this out of the jungle, but you can look at the net worth, and that's 2.66k, 2.65k to the 1.7, 1.8 of Ice.
Arrow under the bane.
Oh, okay. Brain Sap, however, and Nightmare. He's going to do it on himself. Probably thought the attacks were coming directly after, but now Jabs low on life. Might try and finish the job. Moo does not have another leap available. Just tries to hide next to the sleeping camp. Archer's not wanting to give up just yet. But he'll have to.
Rune's gonna spawn. Moo's gonna...
Yeah, that's what this whole battle is all about. It's all about the bounty runes. And DJ can get both of the bounty runes up on top. He's gonna rolling boulder over. So this is kind of nice. It's still a 2-2 split. As March got both of the ones on bottom. Jabs didn't want to leave the lane.
Yeah, you're cool with that. I think game is about as expected. Axe obviously super far ahead, but there's no way to deal with him on the side of Fnatic right now. And he's going to have a Vanguard. He will become a big problem, and he's just going to run at Abed the entire game.
You have to commit so much to actually kill off forever.
Yeah.
Until Abed even has what do you even itemize to ensure you can deal with the Axe?
I mean, that goes back to the draft, right? You're first picking Tiny as Fnatic instead of Axe. This hero is top tier. You will never see Secret leave an Axe in the pool.
Yeah, you were explaining, I think, in our earlier day cast just how self-sufficient he is.
Yeah.
Like, Rubik disappears and he doesn't care. Now he's going to get the call over on Necro, trying to drag him. No, he's just trying to walk it off.
Well, it's like, oh, is this going to be enough now?
Millen and DJ again.
How many heroes?
For the haste rune. For the haste rune. Millen knows he can just pick him up and throw him away and take the haste rune. So rolling boulder out.
There are no other heroes in Dota that can be the best 5 support and the one of, if not the best 3 as well. Like, no other hero can backlane this effectively. He's at 10 CS a minute already as an Axe. And he just killed the courier with a spin. What the hell?
Okay.
How do you do that, MP? What Ice?
Can we see that on replay after we watch Jabs die on bottom lane? Because Millen's rotated all the way down here. Moo will leap forward. DJ wants to help out, but the Feybolt's going to steal some damage to try and kick him away. So Tiny can create some space with the avalanche through, and they actually have the damage. There's Milan to go down, March on the run, and little that Moo can do about this. So Fnatic, while their top lane may be an absolute disaster, the bottom lane seems to make things work.
Last game we saw Ice hand away Enigma ults on a silver platter. That was hand delivered, airdropped. He didn't even see the courier. He just got a kill on it.
Do we have a slow motion replay with the zoom in function that PGL has been playing around with at this competition?
What the hell's going on?
I can't even care about the kill. I just want to look at the courier again.
Level 8 Axe. Jesus, it's 7 minutes into the game, Toby.
Yeah.
I like
71 CS, 74 CS. Sure.
I like that Forev is just continuing to farm. He's not getting fancy, trying to like rotate mid just yet. Now that he has boots, he can.
They found DJ. Battle hunger on him, so movement speed increased. DJ can't run out. The Spark Wraith tried to do something about it. Abed rotates over, but then you've got your call and the dunk. So, well, movement speed for Rev. He's just going to begin his TP, and Necro picked up and thrown away. The Reaper's Scythe would have cancelled the TP. God, his Rubik in game 1 was fantastic, and Milan is showing up in game 2 as well.
It's amazing what you can do if you're an activated 4-position Rubik. This is the benefit of laning with an Axe. You've had just a free game. Level 4 got boots.
And looking towards March, Moo. Oh, the arrow, I think the creep just absorbed that one. But Tiny with the Starfall. MP's actually copying a lot of damage. He hasn't copped the second Starfall, however. That's why MP's got the life to stick around. March was kind of dead to rights anyway.
And this is good. Up top, Axe running at the Necro. Not going to be effective, I don't think.
No, it won't, but that's why you've got Milan. Pick him up, throw him back down again. You've still got the calls for the creep wave, so looking for some extra spin damage on Ice. Then with Culling Blade being available, Ice has to be very careful.
Indeed. 4F is going to be a real problem. You already have issues killing Medusa. Up top, I think.
They're going again. Rotation up by March. He left the bottom lane after the death, and that's why they're chasing down Ice. TP's coming in from Arc Warden. So they're actually TPing in the clone, not the real one. So nothing lost. Okay, we've got it. We've got it.
Watch this.
We've got it. So, okay.
Look, what is it? If you look at where Ice is in the lane, there's no, the courier's not even coming. Ice is like up top left. He's in the top left corner of your screen.
Why did the courier take that pathing?
I have no idea.
They're trying to keep it hidden in the tree line.
Why did Fnatic stand as 4 people inside of a Roche pit against an Earthshaker?
I have no idea.
We need an interview after the game or something. I hope they win the series.
Yeah,
so we can ask them
where's Machine for our losers interview? Like, I'm sorry.
Whoa. It's not over yet. Anybody's game.
True. Thanks, Mr. Positive. Bottom lane, Avalanche did not start it off. They can follow through with a rolling boulder, but Moo's still got another leap available, and DJ stuck behind the tower, and with Forev TPing down, DJ knows he's going to have a hard time getting the hell out of here. Luckily, that nightmare lasts for a very long time. Arrow will be dodged by everybody. The call is available, and DJ pulled back into it, leap forward into the Starfall, and with the dunk, they'll have the extra movement speed to keep the chase going. Into Jams with Battle Hunger on him. They've got the Avalanche, a little bit of space, but still not enough. Move from inside the tree line. He's going to free up Forev.
Bet's here with the haste, though, and a clone ready.
That is true. Can he actually find the kills? The first spark race is going to be off. Moose beginning his CP out. Forev just goes for the call, thinking maybe he can get some level of damage, but he was totally abandoned by Moo.
I think Moo could have probably helped him a bit by just throwing out an arrow there, but yeah, he's like, 4F's fine. The key thing here, though, is that Bryle has 77 CS, Abed with only 50, so out to a big lead is this Medusa. Holy shit, he's level 11?
Yep.
He's 2 levels up on Axe. What?
He has not had to leave. He's just sat there the entire time. No kills, no assists. Was there a bigger stack that he took that we weren't looking at?
No.
He's just been sitting in mid lane the entire time.
This is a big problem for Fnatic. Necro Tiny are terrible cores against Medusa. You have static damage output. He's going to be super farmed. He has a Mask of Madness and Root.
Remind me again who you predicted? Moo? Okay,
I said Fnatic would
win. A little bit of trouble. Here comes MP. Avalanche. Toss going to miss the rolling boulder exact timing, but the damage should still be enough to kill off Moo. They cop a lot themselves.
I just can't believe it. I mean, on paper, you look at the Fnatic lineup, they're just drowning in talent. Just dominated the SEA scene, and they're on this international stage, and they're just looking outclassed by J.Storm.
That was actually like it was the matchup we got to have. It was Fnatic versus Tigers. We wanted to see like who was the king of SEA, because Fnatic have had a lot of questions asked of them. Like there's a lot of questions asked of a lot of Southeast Asia, even with Mushi, the former member with Ice, but like he ended up leaving Mineski as well just the other day. It's SCA needs to. Well, I don't know what they really need. Like Fnatic just needs to live up to their potential. That's it. And if there's a time to do it, it's now.
They're just certainly in some trouble. They have the Necro on Abed, but as you can see, he's just farming with it. He's not really looking to pressure towers. Has an Arcane Rune, so.
And if he takes too long, he's already taken too long because Axe is about to finish up his Blink Dagger. Like, his Vanguard Tranquils, we're 12 minutes in, it'll be a 13, 14-minute Blink Dagger.
Yeah, like, we haven't seen Medusa in a while, but again, this is Bryle's, like, signature hero. When he was spamming games in FPL, when he first got noticed.
They're pushing mid. Yeah, like, Abed actually showing that level of aggression, cloning up, keeping the Necros, forcing him, but it's the support that's on the side. DJ, as well as MP, they put down both Obs and Sentry. They know they're not visible, and they're going to wrap through the back tree line. So Earth Spirit, this is going to be a moment. A secondary Observe Ward planted inside the lane. They see everything. Axe is beginning his own TP over. And now they look to try and contest. Axe TPing on top of the Tier 1 tower, but a perfect wraparound is able to instantly execute the Rubik. And Axe, he finds a nice target, jumping forward. Abed, TP, no stun to stop it, but Ice. He's a little too far away. They've already got the first Culling Blade, thanks to Ghost Shroud. Oh, okay, Battle Hunger and back up again. Still got the mana for a Blink, Call, Control, and they can't run away. Stone Gaze and Axe Call. There is literally no way to dodge it.
Why? Fnatic, you had Blink on MP and 50 gold, and your Earth Spirit was 60 XP from level 6, and you take the fight then? You killed a Rubik, but so what? He buys back and...
Now, MP's going to go in. His blink is up, and there's still a lot of heroes hanging around to try and go for this mid. Maybe the damage is enough to kill off Bra, but maybe Bra just turns around, starts life stealing back up again. DJ, so low on life, MP can finally put one down. As the big one, he actually killed off Forev. But yeah, he'll die to battle hunger.
I love that build from Forev. He maxed that spell. He's so over-leveled now. You put that on Arc Warden, Earth Spirit, Necro, all these heroes. It's so much damage on that spell. 5-second cooldown, 40 damage per tick for 12 seconds unless you can kill a creep. That's 480. And he had that on 3 heroes at a point in that last engagement. And you're 3,000 ahead. And a lot of that is on your Medusa. He's got Dragon Lance on top of the Mask of Madness. And I'm sure March is going to be his best buddy for the next 20, 30 minutes or so, spamming that Bloodlust, which a Medusa just loves to play with. And here comes the smoke out for Ev with that blink ready, as you said.
That attack speed actually for Medusa is crazy. Like, your Bloodlust up plus having the Mask of Madness.
Great talents, too. You get 20 damage, level 10, into attack speed, into the 700 mana, which represents more like near 2,000 health, because that's balanced.
Do you actually, like you're going to amp up the attack speed the whole way? So you actually go attack speed plus the Bloodlust?
I think so. Sometimes you see this mana steal, but most players get the attack speed, just because Medusa, obviously, you're just going to right-click, and it represents so much damage because of your split shot.
Well, so the middle tower taken down. Blink call already out. Jabs, that's a simple combination, especially when he's underneath the Observer Ward.
Yep.
You can at least get the bounty to make up for it.
The bottom lane, Milan, no buyback, dead to sight, 72 seconds.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
And the thing about it, I mean, Mu had to do some heavy lifting last game, but so far it's real peaceful. Just hang out, split push. Not the greatest net worth, but it doesn't matter. You can put a lot of faith into Bryle this game because
he was the sacrificial lane though, right? Because Fnatic moved there and they turned it into an off lane tri lane against the Mirana. So he accepted the fact Axe and Medusa just have a good start, but there's still 2 out of 3 of your lanes you win.
He's doing a great job so far. I mean, this is Bryle's hero. Other than his Visage, I'd say Medusa is his most played. It's like Visage, Lina, Medusa, and Medusa not really so meta.
The call up on top. They found their target. Mu's going to leap in to be involved. And, well, one Culling Blade down. MP's out of mana. He's got a stick charge, so he's got a little bit more to work with. But with Moonlight Shadow, do they still see him with the dust? It's going to stay on him for a while. It's got another 1 seconds, and they kill him in that time.
It's nice, but look at where they found that kill. That's behind their tier 2, almost at the tier 3. You know what Medusa was doing that whole time? Hitting creeps. He's going to walk over, take a double Ancient stack pretty soon. Bryle is so farmed. Abed, of course, doing the same thing. He's got that double Midas going, Maelstrom next. It'll be interesting. I have not seen Arc Warden versus Dusa, so I don't really know how this matchup scales into the late game. But
that's what I was wondering. Like is Dusa is Abed gonna start burning off all the mana of the Dusa, or is that when you actually think about leveling up the Mystic Snake? And he did go for it. He went for the plus 20%. So he'll rely on the Ogre to give him that attack speed.
I don't mind it too, because the way a Dusa would win in this game, it's Dusa versus Arc Warden, it's so much easier to play the Dusa lineup because you're so much tankier. You have to commit a lot more to try and take out Bryle. Whereas at any point, if Abed gets taunted by Forev with a Blade Mail active, Dusa forces in, pops the ultimate, you're just dead. So I think doubling down on this idea that you're going to just be so tanky, you're unkillable, rely on your Ogre to buff you up, I don't mind it.
You can say goodbye to Rubik on bottom lane. That was Blink Dagger in with ES follow-up pretty quickly after. We're, of course, watching the farm. That's what we all like to watch. Medusa taking the triple stack of Ancients. So Ogre stacked it once again.
So didn't realize the talent actually increases the mana steal by 2. Like, by literally, it doubles the mana steal. So if he hits a couple of heroes in a fight, he'll actually just jump to full mana. Oh, and he steals... It steals 40% of the target's mana. That's actually pretty insane against heroes like Tiny and Necro.
You actually wonder like how much you've got for the combination. Bane may even have a hard time if he gets hit by it, even getting his Fiend's Grip off. Like, that's where he gets his sustain from. Same with, as you said, like Tiny. Like, he's got nothing left.
Hey, he's just farming away. Dusa clears jungle camps better than pretty much any hero in Dota.
They found him up on top. They already start with the Battle Hunger. Arrow will be able to connect. And Jabs just cannot get out of there in time. And they're bringing support. Bryle's actually on his way to the top lane. They want to finish off this tier 2 tower. Like, why do you think J.Storm before? They've persisted. They've been persisting on this top lane for a very long time to bring down the tier 2.
Yep. I mean, it's just it's where Radiant ends up playing. It allows you to control the Roche area, and they have this great ward that was placed on that initial dive. So they know Necro's completely alone. What, Ice?
Ice? He hung around. TP support's coming in now, but it's all coming into the shrines, taking way too long. They'll get the Culling Blade, which means now you've already got the buff. MP can go for the toss, but Stonegaze, it turns on. Deucer is here. The Fnatic, what are you fighting into? DJ can at least magnetize it, but Jabs will already form. They're looking for more targets. Ahnberg brings his clone as well as his real one. They have detection, do they? MP running back up again. They want the bigger kill. It's the Medusa, the arrow from Moo. Create some space. There's not enough mana for a TP out from Braille. The spell shield was up for so long. March will get his TP out. Braille won't be so lucky. DJ actually claims 707 gold for that kill. What? So who was the team that's really overcommitting for this?
Well, bear in mind, that was a 4-on-5 fight. The entire time, Milan is just farming bottom, looking to push mid afterwards. So he's getting a ton of gold and XP. Finally hits that level 10, 200 HP talent.
But if he was also there.
What in the hell was Ice doing, man?
Maybe he was baiting the fight. And like, hey, you still got a kill on the Deucer. Like,
all right. You're right, Tobes.
It's looking on the bright side of life right now.
I'm trying to find it, but so far, Ice 1, 2, and 2. Not had the greatest game. He'll be looking for that Radiance next. But bottom lane, he's in some trouble.
Yep. They're smoking up as well. They're coming down. The rest of Fnatic, if Ice can survive a little longer. Ghost Shroud, one charge up. Nope.
He's completely alone. They're once again smoking in his direction, but dude, you gotta wait.
The Observer one. They get the Avalanche toss already out. Marana, leap number 1, doesn't have a secondary one because Fiend's Grip from Jabs holds him in position. And Milan's in trouble. A pick up and throw back on MP, but 5 heroes are here on bottom lane to find that kill. And I say 5 because you got the clone.
Yep. And bear in mind, Abed has caught up to the Deuce. Yeah, Brow can farm, but with this build that Abed goes, you're spamming Necrobook and Midas off cooldown. You farm incredibly quickly, and that Midas, the double Midas, like, there's no replacement for that steroid to your piggy bank.
Fnatic, so they can add pressure onto the bottom lane through the form of the Arc Warden. Brian is still looking to farm up. He hasn't completed this Skadi, which he looked like he was really close to doing. But thanks to that death on top lane, his item timing has been delayed. He needs more space, more time, but Fnatic won't give him their jungle now. They've moved in on Radiant side.
Well, they actually gave the Medusa the tome as well. They're just trying to get him level 20 ASAP. His survivability not quite where it needs to be at the moment, but
do you actually go for like the 700 mana of a Stonegaze duration after Axe has had such a great time at the beginning?
Always go 700 mana. Your mana shield is 2.5 damage absorbed per mana. Like, it's just too much health to ignore.
Moonlight Shadow, Ice is in trouble. They're just wrapping around the back. Sentry Ward does go down, but it's a little bit too late. Pick him up, throw him down into the Stonegaze. Anyone wants to come forward, and this will end up going down. MP will arrive, arrow flies forward, perfectly connects onto Ice. Stunned up for 5 seconds time. And now, well, the bubble, Abed cannot keep his captain alive. But the rest of the chase is on. Good kick, good silence. Turns on the Magnetize, so DJ can just rolling boulder a little bit further down. The damage, however, on Darax is problematic. He got hit by the Spirit Vessel. That's why it's taken so long to get back up in life. Those jabs was picked off at the same time. MP. I don't know exactly what he's waiting for. He'll now blink away.
So Ice, once again, getting caught out and dies. Abed can't really commit to fights once Necro goes down. He's relying on Ice to be more of a damage soak. His damage output is incredible,
DJ
but
walked in to Milan.
What?
They'll pick him up, they'll throw him back down again, but Forev, he didn't get the call right, so DJ could just rolling boulder around, and Margie put the club up in the air, but couldn't get the fire blast out, and the tree toss. Nope. Close but no cigar will reveal the fact there is an observer ward though.
What a game so far. Still very even. You can see both cores, Abed and Bryle, are the keys to this game. Their damage output is incredibly high, but the rest of their team, they just got to find some method of controlling. But again, it's just so much easier for Bryle, right? He just walks into a team fight and auto attacks. Abed, he's got to be careful. Make sure he doesn't get taunted, because if he gets 4EV on top of him with a Blade Mail, he might actually just kill himself, especially if you add in an arrow on top, Medusa's auto attacks. Brow going for BKB next.
Are they really prioritizing so much farm onto Milan? Like, they keep sending him to a lane where there's a little bit to get. Like, he just finished up his Eul Scepter, but
I think
Are
it's
they looking
fine.
for something specific onto him?
It's more that he's the one that will scale in a sense. He's also got an easier time shoving lanes. You don't want Forev doing it, and it's too inefficient for Bryle. You need him taking the easy farm, like as much as possible.
Well, Bryle just broke smoke in mid, and that's exactly what Fnatic has also
Can't
put down. The observable got planted right in front of the sentry, so that's not
Yep.
going to last too long.
He's got that talent, 2,000 mana. This Medusa is really like 6k HP right now. I don't think you can go for him if you're Fnatic.
Well, they're looking at it. They're really tossing up if they want to do it, but it's the support. Rubik, okay, observe ward play. Stonegaze real early from Bryle and MP. He'll get an avalanche onto the Rubik, but the call in from Forev. The arrow will connect as well. Jabs, he'll get a Fiend's Grip over onto the axe, but the Yule Scepter from Rubik just instantly cancelling it off. And Bryle, remember, he's split shotting this entire time. Gets through the Necro books that aren't there put down, but as DJ hits the back line, the Reaper side still can't get the kill over a Marshmallow. Everyone is magnetized. These box their ears, DJ, and J.Storm are in real trouble. Full retreat. They keep up at least the Mirana as well as the Dusa, but Fnatic, they could take the fight.
Yeah, they just poor target selection from J.Storm. They've got to be trying to save Forev's counter initiation for Abed, even if it's the clone. He's the one dealing the real damage output. Yeah, you take out MP's Tiny, but that's a 10 armor, 2,500 HP hero. You can see weird initiation. The stone form is used, and then all of a sudden MP's initiating. You can see Forev goes for the Tiny. Yet you're going to take him out, but you're punished so hard. He survives for so long. And look at Abed. His clone's getting tons of spells and damage off, and his real hero is not even threatened. Once these spells go down, DJ with an incredible 4-man ultimate, double kick. Like, he actually wins this fight. And this is why DJ Earth Spirit is for sure his signature hero. And again, you don't even kill the MP Tiny until the very end of the fight. Abed, no pressure whatsoever. But really, I might have to take that back. It looks like DJ is the man you've got to take out.
DJ does look very good, but can he do the job now? Is he going to be an Afu, a thief in the night, as J.Storm have gone into Roshan? Observer and Sentry place. March realizes he's going to go kill that Sentry. Well, they'll lose their vision. A little bit risky. That's why he was worried about it, but you know for a fact, Fnatic know for a fact that Roshan is being done. Another long arrow duration. Forev's tanking it. You've got the Necro books coming in. Do they have enough to fight this? Roshan still low, 1600. Tiny's ready with the Blink Dagger. He'll want to go for it. Stonegaze is out. Ice, the first man to run in. Roshan still not done just yet. Rolling Boulder comes through. Radiant will get it. Aegis Immortal gets into Bryle. So they've actually got it into the Dusa. Fnatic, they can't take the fight they want. Ice will die. The Arc Warden is trying to TP up, but the call! Forev gets there in time. Jabs will put him into a nightmare, but the real nightmare is Abed's still current position. He can kill off March. The dunk in for Forev. He baits out once, then goes for the alley-oop. Fnatic, how many times will they have troubles? And no! The tree toss! It'll connect over on Moo. Blade Mail from Forev. He'll need a little bit of extra help, and that's what's coming in. I don't know if the tree grab is what Rubik was really searching for, but the Fey Bolt reducing the damage of MP, allowing Forev to stand his ground just that little bit longer, and then the Dusa, both fake and real, pincer in MP. Another hit, another dunk. The real jammer, Forev.
What? You can't walk into a roast pit against Medusa. Ice. Popped his Ghost Shroud, walked in, gets arrowed after a stun. The Jab's Bane literally walked in and died. He walked in, turned to stone.
I'm fairly certain you're going to get to see it again in just a bit.
Hercules can slay the Gorgon, all right? Jabs is just a pesky little Bane. You're a peasant. You're walking in.
Here it is.
Watch this.
Everybody together. Hold hands across America.
He doesn't get a spell off. He's just there. He's just like, moves like, oh, hey, look, guys.
The amount of arrows that also connected him this fight with it was so high. Like, they spend so much time stunned up. Just can't move. You're either a rock or you're trying to work out how you get an arrow out of your knee.
Look how low the entire side of J.Storm is. You don't even see the Mirana, who's like on a sliver of HP off to the side. There's no target selection. Somebody's got to pick a target, get a scythe off. You can't go for the Dusa, sure, but you had MP go for Mirana. He's unable to close him by himself. DJ goes for the supports. All you end up taking down is Ogre. I don't think March cares.
They're adding pressure now on bottom lane. Bryle needs a little bit of extra cash so he can actually complete up what I think is now his MKB, MP. Well, this isn't the first time we've seen him waiting in the trees next to this bottom tower. Well, it probably won't be the last. He's looking towards the Medusa. She's very isolated and well worthy of a toss back.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, the Necro books are pushing the mid lane, so they're looking to add at least some side pressure.
I'm thinking about Arc Warden versus Deuce and how it's Arc Warden favor, but I forgot. Deuce just buys an MKB, folks. He just finished his.
The Necro Books are taking their tier 2 tower. Like, J.Storm are really committing to this bottom fight. Observer and Sentry is down, so Moonlight Shadow doesn't provide the protection. And J.Storm now, no, but still, they still get the blink call out onto Ice, Ice, Ice. The arrow flies forward. It actually misses the stationary target. Defensive Yules out, but the Stone Gate still keeps them clear. They need to be able to find the kill. Now the bubble will disappear. Nope, they'll add a secondary on. Medusa got the BKB off, and the stolen Fiend Script right on top of the Bane. Reaper Scythe will come down, but for Rev, he's just going to walk it off. He's still fine. Medusa is the one fighting. Yules into arrow. Perfect timing. Goodbye, MP. 3 heroes on the sideline. DJ gets out with his life. He did everything he could. The only trade-off they got was that mid-push. The tier 2 tower still ended up dying, but J.Storm just took the greatest fight they could have asked for.
That means you have no Necro Books for the team fight, Toby. So yeah, you get a tower, but Abed wasn't even in that engagement with the exception of his clone that got stone gazed and pretty much died. And once again, like, Ice, I don't think you can position this aggressively. Like, they know, he sees them, and he's still getting taunted. Look how far away his team is. The support's coming in from the backline. It's a nice sleep to save from the arrow combo, but then he uses himself. The stuns are coming back off cooldown now, and look at that. Now you're just going to be re-taunted. Bryle in a great position, gets the BKB off just as the grip goes out, and hey, I'm Milan Rubik. Thanks, buddy. Once again.
How many times does we see a Rubik being picked up against a hero that cannot toggle an ability while they're using a channel spell? Like, when I say that, I'm talking about like a Witch Doctor who can toggle Restoration while he's doing his Death Ward. But Enigma, Bane, they're both so susceptible to a Rubik. And he was second pick Rubik too.
Yep. I don't actually think you can deal with Medusa anymore. He just picked up a double damage as well.
Double damage as an MKB, put the Mask of Madness into the backpack, and is working on finishing the Hurricane Peg.
I actually think, I would say halberds, but the evasion's worthless against an MKB Dusa. Do you get it anyway just for the disarm? I'm not sure, but you're having major issues. You know, who's got the Crimson Guard? No one's picking up a Crimson Guard on the side of Fnatic, and I don't know if anyone can if it's not Necro, and he's going for a Radiance.
They're trying to get initiation more than anything else, like a Blink Dagger's coming on DJ. They're looking at Shadow Blade for a Tiny, but they won't have the time, you're right, with a double damage on Medusa, Bloodluster up, you just send her forward. She's got Naega's the Immortal. Even if you kill her once, like, you gotta kill her again. They bubble up for Rev. He'll miss the call into Ice, 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 who was just sitting on the edge, so they'll make Ice, Ice, Ice go Disco, Disco, thanks to the Mjolnir.
They did Yules off the DD, though.
But look at his mana dropping. Like, he's got a Reaper Scythe and a Death Pulse, and that's it. Like, okay, Aegis is gone. He actually didn't get the regeneration from it because he got hit.
It's fine, they glyph for the catapults, so they may be able to still finish this tower.
Just bounce it through with a Mystic Sake. I think they can finish it anyway just by sending Bryle forward. Like, what have they got to grab him? Like, DJ needs to blink and kick him back.
Yep.
That's the only way that's really going to work. Or blink Tiny. Like, they've actually got 2 great reposition abilities. But Storm are not going to oblige them. They are backing out. They are not giving a chance. Towers within deny range. It's up to you, Fnatic.
I don't know. Ice is still saving up for a Radiance. I don't know what that's going to do in this game. You're going to have multiple BKBs, soon to have one on Mirana, almost one on Axe as well. And Medusa has an MKB. So what does he care about Radiance burn?
Yeah, do you then find like burst damage instead? Like, I'm not saying like we go down Dagon route, but
no.
Like, you need something.
You need to control the Dusa and try to kill his team. But at this point, I don't know if either of those options are going to be possible.
Well, they're finally going to get rid of that Observer and Sentry that was on the bottom lane. Milan jumps up towards top, just throwing away the clone. Trying to keep his towers alive. They still have that tier 1 tower on top.
He'll have Blink finished up soon as well. Bottom, you've got a Shadowblade Tiny hunting the Mirana, but
you'll find more than the Mirana.
Once you find Bryle Medusa, it's time to turn around.
You actually see March picking the gem. It's in his quick buy. He's 100 gold-ish away from getting it. Probably a reaction to seeing that Shadow Blade.
No. A real casual scoreline from Moo. I haven't really felt his impact, but he's been a part of 20 out of these 24 kills. It's very impressive.
They Moonlight Shadow. Looking for some kind of opening. And, well, MP, he's going to give it to him. Starts his TP, marches the neighborhood, lands the stun, so that'll cancel that out, and Bane was also in the neighborhood. There's the money for the Gem of True Sight, and 2 heroes down without buyback for Fnatic.
And Blink and bots. A lot of items picked up, and Roche up in 1 to 4 minutes. And he went for the split shot to use his modifiers. I figured that might be it. There's not enough stuff on the side of Fnatic for the extra targets to be effective, but this means his MKB split shots will also no longer miss. And if I'm not mistaken, you're going to have Scotty slow,
Yep.
plus
You were not
Monkey
mistaken.
Bane, you can proc MKB hits as well. The damage output of Medusa just significantly increased.
Yeah. And she's going to finish up her item build with a butterfly, so that may replace the Mask of Madness. Even though the sustain is already pretty damn good for Medusa. Like, how do they even directly attack in? Okay, you just got attack range on the Arc Warden, but he's going in for a Scythe next. He needs to...
I don't know if that's the choice even. I don't see how you burn through 2 Medusas. He'll have next Aegis almost uncontested.
They need some level of disable. So far, they're tiny and their Bane can't do anything. Bane's control gets instantly countered by the fact that Rubik's on the field. And the Reaper decides to finish a move at the moment. So you need something else, and he's the only one really finding the cash.
That's true. Roche gets a fast spawn 1 minute 30 from now. It's the issue with a tiny core, right? We see this hero fall off and often be pushed to the support role, and I again question the decision to first pick a tiny instead of an axe 2 games in a row.
It's just what Fnatic wanted. And, she was mentioning it's the mental fortitude. Also, after taking that loss in game 1, like the panel can sit there and say, okay, yep, Fnatic's draft, it looks good. And again, Fnatic's draft, it looks good. But the draft isn't enough. They need to be able to execute what they've got at the right timing for it. That was probably more in game 1 for Rev. Jumps in, able to get the call over on the Necro. DJ tries to kick him away, gets him out of range of the arrow. It's a good Fiend Script, but once again, Fiend Script gets stolen, returned directly towards Jabs. You can turn on the Magnetize. Axe did go down very quickly, but yep, with Bryle arriving, Moo already there. Bane will buy back. The gem was dropped, but regathered up by Milan.
It's a really nice job by J.Storm there. They cut their losses. Bryle was not there at the initial engagement, but I love that they stay aggressive too. Yeah, the 4-stat prevents the arrow, you lose 4-ev, but at the same time, like, keep the aggression up. Don't let Fnatic regain any sort of momentum in this game, as they're trying to do right now with this smoke out, but Abed pops the smoke. J.Storm very aware, they know something's happening.
Yeah, with the Observer and Sentry that was up for Fnatic, like they saw what was going on. The Observer actually timed out, but DJ is more than on the hunt. Ogre's going to walk into it, as all great Ogres do, and maybe Bryle can help out. Stone Gaze is available, Mystic Snake will bounce through them, so mana is taken away as Bane picked up, thrown down. The arrow connects perfectly. Now finally Bryle is freed from his nightmare, and Arbeb, well, he's only got the clone trying to keep Bryle under control, but thanks to that Hurricane Pike, he'll get back up the hill onto the other side of the towers. Reaper Scythe can get completed.
Ice?
Looking for the fight, as yeah, Ice. Pretty much alone. Rolling Boulder, get the hell out of there. DJ realizes he can't save his teammate, but he can't, well, can he? He'll Rolling Boulder again. Dude, back up far enough away to begin the TP out, but it was meant to be J.Storm who was in a disadvantage as Roshan spawned up, but Roshan's alive and Fnatic have 2 players dead for a minute.
That's the mana steal. I questioned that talent choice, but Ice, partly out of position, partly all of a sudden just
dry?
Gone. Yeah, completely bone dry. He had nothing and realized, oh wait, I've just died, and he bought out a Radiance before that fight. So he's got no buyback.
So Bra can take Roshan. You're going to throw another Aegis into Medusa. She actually went off the butterfly and is going directly into a Daedalus. It's going to be crit and just nail.
It is, when you get the split shot uses modifier talent, now your splits can crit.
Oh yes. He was looking for the thievery. Bottom lane, they go once again. Everyone under the bubble, but also in range of Forev's BKB. And support.
Oh.
Millen, he'll get the grab. Arbed, slide the Hex over on the clone. Don't know if he really was not knew about that. So Forev, Battle Hunger's up. They need more support, but remember while this is going on, Medusa still gets the Aegis and the cheese. So back to life, plus an extra injection of life and mana for her shield. They just go up, right? They just go straight mid. Even with the Rubik dead. I
have a couple concerns with the way Abed's playing. One, he didn't buy a BKB in this game, so he doesn't really feel confident applying more pressure there, but also just playing so passive. He gets the kill with the clone, but you could have done some damage to Rax there, maybe helped your Tiny secure that gem. You know that J.Storm is in the pit.
Can he actually get a BKB on the Arc Warden? Because in this game, it feels like he has to be the glass cannon. It's the only way they get through the Deucer. And a BKB, he queued up Daedalus, now he's queued up Bloodthorn. He's just going to go directly into damage and some level of silence, some level of pop.
Well, I don't know, they don't have issues with control, but we have that sight. It just doesn't feel like Fnatic is in sync at the moment. Their item decisions don't really make much sense. Everyone's itemizing for their individual game. There's no team fight items, no Crimson, no Sheevas, no AC, no Vlads, no Mech, no nothing.
Daedalus is now fully done on the Deucer. She won't have it for the first part of the fight, but once she can switch out the Aegis, aka with death, they will be ready to fight. MP, woo! He's trying to push the lane. Marches under the cover of an invis rune. That's why he could get so close, and they knew so much. Sentry Warn, he'll throw down the Obs on the hill and the Sentry. It's a little bit out of range of the Obs. Yeah, it will be. But it won't matter. Like, this is just what J.Storm want, right? Now you push mid. This is when you look to end the game. And ISIS looks to split push pressure to force somebody to come back and just delay J.Storm.
This is how you've got to play the game if you're Fnatic. You can take slower fights and count on Abed's constant clone spam to be able to split lanes and make things happen. You've got Aegis for 3 more minutes on J.Storm. You want to just get your Medusa into base with 30 seconds or so edge on those waves.
Yep. And you just need heroes down with that buyback. Like, ISIS is still... Like, if Fnatic gets initiation, they get the Reaper Scythe down, it's J.Storm who have to be reeling in recovery and give more space for Arc Warden.
I really like how they're playing this. They have both Axe. Bryle's pushing bottom with bots ready. Forev just behind him, not showing, also with bots, as their 3 allies stand on a high ground, completely protected by this trio of wards inside the Fnatic jungle, and they're doing exactly what they need to. They're going 1 more wave bottom, all the waves are going to be pushed, and now you can look to siege. That's how you have to play against an Arc Warden's constant rat threat.
Ahnberg can also just send a clone towards the top. It's going to push in the top lane and take the tier 1. It's the only one they can push and get J.Storm to look behind themselves.
I'd love to see Bryle just like pick up a Moon Shard. He has a Daedalus in base already.
This confidence from TJ. They all coming out too. Like, they don't actually find the Obs that I thought they were looking for. But they get the bounties. Goodbye, clone.
You're doing a nice job. Then look, this is exactly, Bryle's like, all right, I'm finally here. Swap my boots into backpack. I've got a Daedalus, and it's time for the assault.
Please come at me, but not me. Come at someone like this. MP, oh, he tried the toss. He didn't have a good chance for it. Now the call in from Axe. They'll bubble him up, but that's where the BKBs and the Stone Gates. But DJ's in real trouble. He'll say goodbye to the ES. Defensive Yulson from ISIS who smack bang in the middle. The fight once again and called. Nightmare from Jabs creates a little bit more space. So now Necro push back up, but Culling bladed down. The buffs will arrive. And Abed, he needs to get this damage out. He needs to make J.Storm fall back. And he's getting a lot in towards him. But then again, the Nightmare actually protecting Forev. He couldn't get it, but the Fiend Script is on the Deucer. Jabs wants this kill. There's no way to see Immortal. There's cheese from Bryle. He needs to be freed. Now he can consume it and put the boost back in to get the movement speed to get the hell out of here and run back up the hill. But Nightmare stolen again by Milan, but it's a good avalanche and the toss follower. Forev goes in deep, tries to create space, but ISIS has himself a double kill, and it is Fnatic moving forward, moves on the jump away, but it's Abed triple kill. They could never reach the Arc Warden, and J.Storm have been defended.
They use a bunch of buybacks to do so, Toby, but at the same time, they get a huge teamfight win, only losing DJ and Ice.
Yeah, DJ and Ice were the only ones that bought back. It wasn't your big one. It wasn't your Arc Warden.
Yep.
They'll lose the tier 3 tower in the mid lane. So this opens up shrines, this opens up the racks in the mid.
You can see part of the issue, Abed has not really been able to get into fights. He wasn't there for the first 20 seconds or so of this engagement. This whole time, Abed is just sitting in the back, letting his clone do the work. But when he's finally able to commit, you can see the damage output an Arc Warden can just do.
Yep.
Even, I mean, Bryle gets these kills, but they blow their BKBs. They blow the Medusa ultimate. There's still no Abed this entire engagement. And when he finally gets involved, all of a sudden, the J.Storm heroes start to just die. Like, look at Forev. He feels good, but then he catches a Hex, a couple crits. He's dead in the duration of the Hex almost.
A J.Storm really not going to buy back on this. They're fortifying up. Ogre will now come back to life again. It's just so close. They're going to let the bottom racks go. Mid lane is already under attack. Fnatic, just how much are they getting out of this? J.Storm are looking for the win condition, which requires them to have all the money they've got. But now, the double bubbles. Abed does so much damage. The Moonlight Shadow's been triggered. For Fnatic, they've left. Now they look a little bit more in sync to pull out. But calls must be coming aggressively. It's like, just get the hell out of here. Abed's clone will die.
It just comes down to killing Abed. He's going to finish an MKB pretty soon once he has money for buyback in addition. Next Roche can be up in 2 to 5 minutes. That's probably going to be what these teams look to play around. A refresher shard for both sides is quite nice. Not as big as the last game, but got a plate mail on the ice necro. If you're J.Storm, you just got to take out heroes without buyback and then look to go aggressive. But as you said, if you don't get on top of Abed, that damage output is unbelievably high.
Interesting to actually see Ice change his build, because he has the plate mail and he had a Lotus Orb queued up, but it's not on the courier, and now he's looking to build into a heart. So he gets his armor, but now he's like halfway between items too and doesn't have an item slot for it.
Yep, I think Sheevas would be just fine. I actually wouldn't mind if Ice just buys an AC, because he's frontlining anyway. It's not even about dealing damage to the Medusa as much as it's just trying to reduce her output. And with no Crimson and no armor items, if Bryle's just able to stand still and auto attack, your entire team is constantly really unable to commit, especially heroes like Bane, like DJ's Earth Spirit. They're playing with 10 and 15 armor respectively. You die in 4 to 5 seconds.
Vision's trying to finally come up here for J.Storm. They put observers and sentries on either side of the shrine. But it also shows you their mindset. They can watch the jungle of Fnatic. They can ensure they kill off the shrine without losing their lives. But Medusa is just hiding back at base. Any kind of push that comes, she needs to deal with. Bought BTs. It is the level 2 boots of travel as well, so it can jump instantly onto a hero on the front lines.
Yep, and DJ frantically trying to farm. He's level 20 now, has that 150 GPM talent. Check that item that's next. Aghanim Scepter. Can turn a hero to stone and kick them incredibly far distances. Could change the game, being used either A, as a defensive tool to save Abed, or B, maybe you turn the Medusa herself to stone, smack her into your well. You never know.
With how Milan was able to steal the magnetic field. Don't think that's exactly, that's pretty poor on the spark rates more, but he got it from the Arc Warden clone, which was chasing him for death. So right now for buybacks, there's only 2 heroes who have it on cooldown, and that's for another 3 minutes, and that's Ice, as well as DJ. So they will have to be a little bit more careful, but it also kind of makes it so, like, hey, you're going to buy the Aghanim Scepter on the ES, because what's the point of saving money?
Yep.
Either that or this fight continues to be delayed. Roshan will respawn, but it's a longer Roshan spawn timer. It's almost a full 3 minutes.
It's really nice for Fnatic. It means their buyback cooldowns will be up for that Roche spawn.
Where's the extra vision as well from J.Storm? Because they put the 2 observer wards around the shrine area, they haven't been found out at all. But they don't have extra, like, closer information around Roshan, while Fnatic have the observer ward almost smack bang in mid lane. So they get a little bit of extra information about the wraparound. And they managed to get rid of one of the observer wards.
This game still go either way. Here comes the
Aghanim's
TP.
up. Moonlight Shadow. Spark Rays already been pulled up. The BTs from Bryle used to get on top of Forev, who didn't get the jump, but I'm also seeing an Arcane Rune there. Spark Rays,
so
Bryle's
huge.
just tanking it all. He will actually grab that Arcane Rune. Sentry's down. Arrow flies up as well. They'll see at least the first one, and the taunt. The call is perfect from Forev. Caught out the Bane and the pickup follower. If they can bring down the ES, they'll have nothing left. There's also the telekinesis. They all get AoE stunned up. They couldn't get out. Fnatic are on the run. Thanks to Culling Blade, the movement speed's there from J.Storm to move further forward. Ice. They come to the side that doesn't get any kind of kill. The Fiend Script can't even do it from Abed. They're able to find even more. Fnatic, 4 heroes dead. Only one of them has buyback. At least MP can blink, dodge, and get himself further away. But man, Fnatic have problems.
If they have no buyback on any of those dead heroes, Toby. 5 on 2. The Roche isn't up, folks. You just go push. 1 minute on respawn. J.Storm, just get to the base. What are we doing here? Somebody protect that creep wave. Nice job there by MP. Acting fast. Delaying this push by another 30 seconds. That could be critical, especially if J.Storm looks to go for throne.
If Ahnberg can make him fall back. Either that, yeah, does J.Storm just say, like, balls to the walls, boys, let's just go straight down?
I don't know.
That's problematic against MP, who's in there as well. Remember, Tiny does a hell of a lot of damage to buildings.
And look at this, he's going to potentially... Abed found the gem. There's still a Radiant gem in the bottom of those woods.
They got Axe to come back. They're not retreating. They need to at least get some level of counter-racks in here from J.Storm.
It popped. Running out of time here. 20 seconds on DJ. Has that Axe finished.
Toss back. Actually throw in. Medusa, will it be enough?
He has no buyback.
Back underneath the tier 4 towers. Now roll forward with the tree toss. BKB will come out from both. Bryle, Hurricane Pike, get the hell back down again, and BT back to base. Ogre, he's the sacrifice. Just get him away. March can take it for the team.
Really well done by MP there. Cutting the wave to delay that push. And you can see it creates indecision. Moo was talking about in the interview yesterday about how they can get really hectic in these late game situations and a bit of wishy-washiness there. Not really committing too hard and making their movement based out of more fear than a real game plan. They've also still, like, there is still a gem in the bottom of the Radiant jungle. I don't believe they have one on any player at the moment.
They may not care about that much. He doesn't want to die again. He's underneath Observer and Sentry. The Spark Rays are clipping him in. But as J.Storm will wrapping around the edge of the pit, they want to find that angle through the side. Ice is so scared he's ghost shrouding as he's looking to pick up the illusion room, but it can give him great information. That's why they're going for it.
Bear in mind, no buyback on Dusa, no buyback on the Arc Warden. Their cooldowns are about equal. And if one of those heroes gets picked off, that is the game.
Our bed's clone beating into the tier 4 tower with the creep wave there. I think J.Storm have another option. They have to back up. How long will this fight take? It's just an illusion of a Necro there that they're expending abilities on.
The Arc Warden late game factor, you're always able to output pressure for free. Bryle feels afraid because, yeah, you can go push bottom, but what if Fnatic made a move knowing you have no buyback, smoking behind that clone potentially?
And that clone can even find solo kills on support, so you're always sending the cores. Can't just throw away, and even then, like, I think the supports of J.Storm are probably the more critical ones. Like, Ogre needs to tank every ability, and the Ruby needs to steal every ability.
And Abed sold off his Midas, finishes a Manta, and buys a Moon Shard. He knows he has no buyback, so he all-ins. This is peak Arc Warden. He's going to be able to output incredible amounts of pressure throughout all these lanes, pretty much taking care of 2 at a time without even having to leave the safety of his teammates.
DJ.
The stone back.
Yeah, that Ogre is stoned as hell.
The axe too.
And they'll get the Hex to follow up. So goodbye, 105 seconds down, but while the Axis Fiend's gripped up, they get even more. J.Storm are in real troubles, repositioning the Axe by tossing it back. Buyback is already coming in. They know they need to contest Roshan, and that's what Fnatic has gone into. They're looking for the kill, the pickup, the Stone Gaze. Can they find the kill? Ice with trouble. The arrow, it connects over on Bane, and they actually get him with the taunt. Both supports are down for Fnatic, and Ice is on the wrong side of the tracks. They chase him down. 3 heroes set for Fnatic. They were the ones in power, in position. They had everything. And now they have to buy back to try and stop Roshan from being done.
What an incredible... This game is completely mirrored. Both 5 supports are dead. Almost everybody's out of buybacks. And now you've got all this posturing around Roshan, and both cores are in so much trouble. Here's the Arc Warden play. Clone to the base. He's going to be able to take 1 tier 4. Glyph pops first.
Oh, come on.
It's so scary. J.Storm, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You need your Dusa to be defending. But as you can see, when he's not at the fight, Fnatic will look to push.
And they even hex him up. They could just take the melee racks while this is going on. So there's going to be even more pressure. They have to keep coming back to defend. But Fnatic have to be careful also running down the mid lane. They cannot afford to get caught and killed. And that's the gank they're trying to set up. Act is waiting to initiate and have that Mirana arrow follow directly behind.
Look at DJ. He's setting up to try and turn Medusa to stone and kick him to his team. They're behind. There is no vision on the Radiant side.
Oh my God.
This is a crazy play. You'd expect them to play around Roshan. The clone's going to go top. I don't believe they're going to commit. That was so close, though. If he had looked to go one more wave on Bryle or just hesitated a moment, it might have been GG right there. Buyback for both cores will be up in 3 minutes. Until then, it's a game of chicken.
And it is. But who's gonna bite first? Like, Fnatic, like, are they really even pressure? Like, they can just sit and just allow the side lanes to continuously pressure out. Meanwhile, everyone's gonna continuously level up as well.
Yep. It's all about which team has the easier game to play. Right now, you'd have to favor Fnatic because, sure, the Deuce of Stone Gaze makes it tough to fight into, but it's so easy for Fnatic to pick their fights.
We've got the damage. It's in the Dusa. The Rapier has arrived. The question is, can she actually... Well, I think she can live through the fights anyway. Like, she hasn't really been that problem, but can Fnatic actually negate the damage? Do you sit in the bubbles? Do you just hide it out? Or do you just go for this the second you see it? And Medusa will show it. So here comes the clone pushing into the mid, and they don't want to... They have to reveal the Rapier. But now they see it. Look how much damage the Dusa takes. She can't even defend against a clone. She needs her team. She needs her axe to call. They need... Oh! The axe! gets a double call. They found the bait, but then the save. They actually stone him and push him back out again, but Ice while it's par for the course. He's surrounded by the entire J.Storm team. They're waiting for it. The Yule Scepter is delaying it. Now Fnatic, they come back in again, and with the kick, with the hit, they actually get the entire stun back out again. J.Storm, they've all gone down. The Rapier is lost, and that could actually just be the game right there. Have Fnatic finally done it? Yeah, Arbed's clones pushing in the lane. The buyback's there from Mirana, but 4 heroes dead without buyback for 90 seconds. GG, well played. It is Fnatic who take game 2 and give us a decider in what has been one nail-biting series so far.
Unbelievable. There's like too much to break down. We need to make a podcast about it, but I would say, you know, we talk about this a lot. There's a reason these teams are in the losers bracket. J.Storm outperforming expectations. But when our Corden buys back and 3 heroes are dead and you hesitate for 60 seconds, you don't get any objectives whatsoever. I mean, you blew Medusa buyback and did nothing with it, and now you're on at a point where you feel like you have to all in. They get punished.
They're just helping you break the curse.
Thank
They're
God.
helping
Somebody
you break
had
the curse. Fnatic are able to take it. It's still like this series is going to burn them. They're going to love the fact that, well, actually, they're going to play tomorrow. The winner